We got somebody with some pipes today, man. We got somebody that could sing their ass. I'm so excited, man. I'm really excited to sit
Thank
down
you.
with you, brother. David Reed. I, I'm already excited. I can't even talk. I'm already messing up, man. Brother, Alchemy Fire is the band, is what I'm hearing, right? Very, very powerful stuff, man. And I want to thank you for creating this because it took me back to some Nevermore vibes, right?
Oh, no way.
Bro, dude, I'm telling, we're love, respect, love, brother, love.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
love, dude. It's love because when I heard you guys, I was at the gym. I had to put my weights down because I was like, oh man, it hit me, right? So talk to me about the band. How did it come about? So let's groove.
All right. Well, it really started with Paul, the guitar player. This was his vision, and
Okay.
he's over in Nottingham in the UK.
Mm,
And long story short, he knew a guy. The guy was over in England. And he's like, "Hey, listen, I got a recording studio in Florida. If you want to lay down your tracks and stuff, I could probably get you studio musicians and stuff like that." So he went down to Florida. That's when he got Tom Schofield from Soil and Oppressor, and he just, Tom said, "Hey, I dig this music. I think it, maybe we can work together, and you don't have to hire me as a studio musician. I want to be part of the band."
oh, nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
So they got a studio bass player to do it. We had so the whole thing, I got there's a guy named I don't know if you know who he is. His name's Howie Beno, sorry,
Oh, we bet.
New York, and he uh he was kind of taking us under his wing and taking these two guys under the wing. It's like, whatever you guys want, I'm gonna back you. He had worked with Ministry and worked with a bunch of
Oh, nice.
really cool bands. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Oh,
Um, yeah, he passed away in 2019, I think it was.
okay.
So, anyway, so Tom and my guitar player Paul, they kind of got down the basic tracks of what they wanted, and they were scouting out singers,
Mm,
and they
okay.
didn't know who to get yet. Tom, being from Oppressor, he was thinking, and Soil, he was thinking something heavy like his singer. I don't know if you ever heard the song Halo. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that kind
Yeah.
of singer. Um, and then I walked in and they were like, "Oh, okay." Tom will say, he'll tell you straight out. He goes, "If I would have known David was going to be in the band, I probably would have played the drums a little bit differently."
Okay.
Because he
Okay.
was thinking like heavy growler dude. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I came in and he was like, "No, but I like it. I like it." And
Hmm.
so Paul flew to Las Vegas and wanted to hang out with me.
Oh, nice. Nice.
He's
Okay.
he's really like a long-term kind of guy. He's like, so let's see what kind of person you are.
Okay.
So
To get the feeling.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and this is after, months of talking on the phone. So in June or July of 2019, he came to Vegas. We hung out and he goes, "Let's do it. Let's do it." He
Nice.
was like, "You think you can write lyrics and stuff?" And I go, "Definitely."
Yeah.
So then he made the offer to me. He goes, "Why don't you come to England?" So I went to England in 2019 and then came back at the end of 2019, mainly because I was working on this.
Ah, there
I
you go.
was, I
The
do
mega cruise.
hospitality on the cruise line.
Nice. Nice.
So I had to come back for the mega cruise. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't come back, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
No.
fell in love with it over there. So I recorded over there in Misha Nikolik's studio. And Misha, um, he works with Wish. He's a guitar player for a band called Wishbone Ash. They're like a
Mhm.
old 70s band. Yeah, it was beautiful, a beautiful setting. You got sheep and cows and horses and chickens and this amazing recording studio. It was like, I felt like I was in Lord of the Rings, and
You're in the Shire.
it was great, man. It was like, This is
Yeah.
this is it. So all right, so we finished up the vocals and then COVID hit,
Yeah. There it is.
you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
and it kind of put a stop on everything, but in a good way for us.
Okay.
For us, it
Okay.
was because we were still looking for somebody to mix it, we're still looking for somebody to master it, you know, and Ulrich Wild, who worked, you know, he worked with Tom when Tom was in Soil a long time ago, but
No.
you know, Ulrich, he worked with Pantera, Static X, White Zombie, Deftones, Breaking Benjamin, you know, a
Oh wow. Okay.
whole
So
shopping list
yeah. Yeah.
of bands, you know, and he's out, he lives out near the stadium in
Okay.
LA, you know,
Okay. Okay.
for the Dodger Stadium. He's like right in that little pocket area there.
Oh man, and that's tough, dude. That to get in and get out. Ah, God, man.
It's, oh, I used to take my motorcycle through there all the time, and like
And just zip right through.
I did, you know, 'cause I had a car when I first moved to LA.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So
Okay.
I got a motorcycle, and you know, you can split lanes in LA. You can't do that here in
Yeah.
Vegas. You know?
Nah, no, no, no. Vegas, no, no, no. Different story.
So so anyway, Ulrich had this time open because of COVID. You know, it's like
Yeah.
everything pretty much shut down. So
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, I'll mix it for you guys." You
Oh,
know,
nice.
Tom talked to him,
Nice.
and then we got the guy that mastered it was in New York City. Alex Saradakis is his name,
Mm-hmm.
and he mastered like so mostly R&B and hip hop.
Okay.
What he mastered, you know, he worked with Celine Dion. He worked with and so we're kind of like, is this, we're like a progressive metal band. Is this going to work?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, it came out fine. I mean, he did.
It came out awesome, man.
Alex
Yeah.
did a great job. Ulrich did a great job. Misha did a great job. It was just like the perfect storm for us. You know, COVID was like a perfect storm for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it just everything kind of fell together, and because we had that time, you know, then we used one of Tom's friends up in Chicago to, you know, do the vinyl and stuff, which is,
There it is. There it is. Yep. There it is.
you
Alchemy
know,
Fire right there. Love it. Love it.
look at that purple.
The purple. There it is. I love it. I love it. The colors, man. There it is. It's pop. No one does purple, man. No one does purple. I love it.
He
I
does
love it.
purple.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
so that kind of all came together. In the meantime, since we can't really play, we started collecting band members,
Ah,
you
okay.
know. So we got this Brazilian guy who is just ridiculous, Felipe Kopke. He's you can look him up on YouTube, and you know, I most Brazilian players I've ever met are great, and he's
They got something going on over there. There's something in the water over there, man. Those guys.
the rhythm, man.
Yeah.
It's the rhythm. They got rhythm,
There it is.
and you know, some with that culture. So he, you know, he plays 5 and 6 string basses, and he just wowed us. You know, he's like, "Yeah, guys, I'll go ahead and do a cover of your song with the bass." And we're going, "God damn, I wish we would have used it on the album."
Well, I mean, you know, always remasters or whatever, it's
Yeah.
opportunities,
Well, we're already working on the next one.
Beautiful. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So
I love
we
it.
got another keyboard player, and his name's Neil Taylor, and he's over in the UK as well.
Okay.
So Felipe is down near London. You know, Neil and Paul are up near Nottingham,
Oh
and
wow.
then we got another guitar. We want to get another guitar player in the mix,
Okay. Oh
and this
wow.
is fairly recent. This is fair in the last maybe 4 or 5 months.
Oh, I'm getting an exclusive.
And the guy
Yeah.
is just ridiculous. He's his name's Wayne Dorman, and Wayne is the guitar player for Onslaught.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. It's like that name sounds familiar. All right. Nice.
So
Nice.
he just said to me, he's like, guys, I love this band. I want to be part of it.
There we go.
So now we've got all the elements, and And because Wayne is right in the Nottingham area as well, they can all get together. It's
Yeah.
Tom and I the odd man out, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these guys will get together in the UK, and then they'll shuttle stuff out to Tom, and then they'll probably shuttle out the vocals to me, or I might go back over to England to record the second album. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
but we're talking, you know, because Wayne has played all the, I mean, he must have played in front of, I don't even know, 100,000 people this past summer with Onslaught. And,
With Onslaught, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Tom's done it with Soil and Oppressor, you know, playing Vakken and stuff like that, that we've pretty much said, you know, we're going to do like Download and Vakken and stuff like that. We want to do big festivals. We don't want to do the old school, like we've all done, you know, hop on a tour bus and travel around the whole US kind of thing. It's,
Gotcha. The one-offs, in other words.
yeah.
Yeah, the
We
one-offs, yeah.
want, we want to do, you know, big festival tours.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, no, and that's great. And that's great because it's from what I'm hearing, it's a studio band, but ready to be unleashed on the world, ready to have these festivals and stuff.
Because
Yeah.
we're all seasoned musicians, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, we've all played live in front of thousands of people, you know. So yeah, it's just getting together again and getting together as a unit. And I know us because we talk via, thank God for Zoom, you know.
Yeah.
We talk via
Technology.
Zoom. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talk via Zoom all the time, and we're like, you know, we're itching to get together
Yeah.
and get it happening. But
Yeah.
we're, you know, right now we're looking for management, and we're looking for like a big label, and you know, we might end up going with something that Wayne brings to us
Gotcha.
because
Yeah.
because of Onslaught. So that's it. That's
That's
a
yeah, yeah, and that's it's extensive in such a short amount of time, right? Because I mean, you guys are global. You guys are all over, right? But I want to come back to the music though, because I mean, you guys come in hitting hard, man. And was that intentional? Like, hey, we're gonna go progressive, right? We're not gonna go thrash. We're not gonna go death. We're gonna go right here. How intentional was that? Talk to me about that.
well, everyone comes from a different school. You know, Tom with when he was with Oppressor, I mean, that was his band. He started. They were a death metal band, you
Yeah.
know, and Felipe comes, you know, from the progressive metal side, and you know, Neil is the same thing. Wayne comes from pretty much thrash, but he plays everything. And I've been in a thrash band. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Kill Ritual because we did some great albums
Yeah.
and did some good tours. Um, but you know, I used to get ripped apart in that, you know, they're like, what is this David Coverdale singing for, you know,
Oh,
thrash
come on.
band?
And if it was, be happy for it, man. I'd be happy. I'd be like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
So you know,
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
melodic. I like Dream Theater kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So that's kind of the direction we all decided to do. You know,
Yeah.
we all like long songs. We don't like 3 minute songs. We like things that are grooving. We're not we're not that cookie cutter kind of we want to be famous band.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm,
we want to create some great music that people are going to listen to forever.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty much how that happened. So it was pretty, I think you know, the odd man out on that is probably Paul.
Mhm,
He
mhm,
comes from, you know, the new wave of British heavy metal kind of scene, you know,
mhm, mhm.
like Judas Priest and stuff like that. And he adds that element, that harder edge element to like a Dream Theater kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know, with the
Okay.
dual guitars, like the KK Downing and Glenn Tipton kind of thing.
Yeah. Well.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And you could hear it. I mean, as soon as I heard the first song, Alchemy, You know, I was like, oh, you guys are creating a scene. You guys are creating the ambience. I was like, there it is, there it is. I love it, I love it.
Yep.
And when you guys start blasting, I was like, oh man, you know, the guitar work is everything is phenomenal, man. I love it, I love it so much because I'm not really like a in the progressive realm, right? Like I'm more of, you know, hey, let's keep it 4/4, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I hear you guys, I was like, oh, the intensity is there, right? Like when you start singing, when we hear those pipes from David, we're like, oh, that's it. Here we go. We're on the journey now. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Want to jump in really quick to tell about one of my favorite brands and my brothers over at Heavy Defender Merch. Heavy Defender Merch products are a must-have for any heavy metal fan. Their banners, pins, and apparel is made from high-quality materials that feature bold, eye-catching designs that are truly to capture the essence of the metal lifestyle. The shirts are comfortable and durable as hell, man. The hoodies are perfect for when you're leaving the whiskey and it's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, it's cold as shit. Heavy Defenders offers a great selection of products for any metalhead looking to represent their passion in freaking style. With unique designs and quality material, hey, check out HDM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went in. Like I said, it was such a great setting for me. I would literally sit in Paul's backyard next to this big oak tree
Mm.
and just drink coffee and write lyrics.
Hmm. Hmm.
And Paul's family comes from um his mom and dad were very much in the metaphysical kind of realm. Like they were the first to bring people like Greg Braden and people like that and in the
Mm.
metaphysical stuff over to England to do lectures and talks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and that's my realm. I'm a Reiki master. I'm into alchemy.
Oh,
I'm
no way. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
into this metaphysical realm kind of idealism.
Is the reason why you chose purple because of the crown chakra?
Dude, there you go.
I'm here, brother. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm right here. Look, uh, that's the thing about my band too, Burning Legion. We use purple, and I use purple for that reason. I use green
Right.
for the anahata, you know. So I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm here, brother. I'm
Not
telling.
many people know that word in this.
I got it, and I
All right,
pronounced it
please
correctly.
come again. Here we
There
go.
it is, man. There it is, brother. We here. That's why we connected, man. And
Yeah.
I loved. That's the one thing. Well, I guess we'll talk about it now. I felt that, right? Because I felt when the music came in, right? You know, the alchemy, right? Native Son, right? Songs like that. That I'm like, oh, this is a spiritual band. I like it. I like it. I'm grooving, man. You know. So, and I want to ask you, as a vocalist, you know, is it very important for the atmosphere? Is it very important for the environment to get that quality of a voice? You know, talk to me about that.
It is. It is.
Okay.
I mean, I've recorded in some really sterile environments before.
Hmm.
Um, and you can tell. You can definitely tell. I mean, being over in the Midlands of England and laying down these vocals, it was so magical and to what I was writing that I wanted to write about anyway.
Hmm. Hmm.
When I wrote Native Son, I'm not Native American, but I very much align with with all these cultures
Yeah.
that have been through this oppression. It doesn't matter what they are, black, white, Latino, doesn't whatever has been repressed. I like to be their underdog. I mean, I did that in Kill Ritual. I wrote a song for the Dakota Access Pipeline when they
Hmm.
started running. So, I mean, my background is I was a hippie as a kid. I mean, I'm still kind of like, right?
There, you got better hair than me, brother. There it is.
And I got out of the pool earlier. That's why.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, I'm like that California hippie dude. But at one point in my life, I was in the Marines. I was in the Marines for
I was
5
just gonna say that. Yeah.
you
Yep.
know, and then when I got out of the Marines, I needed some kind of balance. And so I started working for Greenpeace and I started working for Amnesty International. I started becoming an activist,
There we
uh,
go.
very much so, and seeing all the stuff that happens in the world, and
Yep.
then that's when I started you know, when I lived in Florida, I went through like a Tony Robbins kind of thing
Oh,
where
beautiful.
I got to focus on me and what am I doing in this world to help it, which started leading me into Reiki and the chakras and all that, and saying and realizing that the only way that we're going to change the world is change ourselves, and then we're just going to just going to happen to
Yeah.
the people around us. You know, I think people have it backwards. They have the whole what is it they think that if they change everything on the outside that the world would be better, and it's like, no, you got it wrong, bro.
You got to do it here.
Do it here.
You got to line them. You got to get that prana right. You got to
Yep.
get that ready to go. Bright
Yep.
white and get those colors ready to go. I hear you. I'm
Yep.
grooving, man. I love what I'm hearing. You're the first guest here on Beyond the Heavy that understand that I could talk about this with, right? Not that many people know that about me, about my spirituality, about
Awesome. Glad it's
you.
coming out. You're coming out of the closet.
I'm coming out of the closet, right? Yeah, I didn't have anybody to talk to about it, because it's metal that's not it's not talked about in metal, right? It's not talked about in heavy music. And then when I found you guys, when Ben connected me to you guys, I was like, I gotta ask him these questions, right? And then I see that the your background, and the spiritual part, the purple. I was like, I gotta feel it. I'm feeling some prana connection. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, man. But I wanna ask you, is that a big influence into what you're writing? Is that more of a hidden message? Or is that like, hey, no, this is what I'm trying to tell the world, what with what I'm singing?
It's as I've gotten older, it's more prevalent.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I don't want to be like a preacher and shove stuff down people's throats, but I've been blessed, bro. I've been blessed. You know, when I lived in LA, I went to Agape Spiritual Center,
Okay.
with
Okay.
Michael Bernard Beckwith, and he was a great leader to me, and that led me into doing like mushrooms and doing ayahuasca.
Oh, you've done ayahuasca?
I've
Oh
done
man,
ayahuasca three times.
I want to try it. Me and my wife want to try it. So, oof.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
worth
Okay.
it. I mean, the one thing about ayahuasca, it will change your life.
Okay.
And they say, don't do it unless you really want change, because it's almost like the universe, God, source says, all right, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you sure?
Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. So I got to
Because
be prepared for that.
yeah, whatever demons you have, they're gonna get exposed,
Okay. Okay.
and it's
Yeah.
hard. And it's
Yeah.
like a 3 to 6 month gestation period. Like
Okay.
the first time I did it, I was unwilling to change some of my patterns,
Mhm, mhm,
and I got to see what those patterns were, and I
mhm.
got to see how I showed up in the world.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was it was brutal. It was
mhm,
it was a mind fuck. So
yeah,
I didn't pay attention. I was like, okay, all right, it's cool. So I used to do bicycle touring here in Vegas, right?
mhm, mhm.
I take people out for rides, and I was just out on a routine ride with these guys, and I snapped my wrist. It was like,
Oh, oh, damn,
yeah.
yeah, I can see it, yeah. Oh,
Um, and it was like I just made a post about it today on my Facebook page. It's
mm,
like if you're unwilling to pay attention to that gut feeling that's talking to you all the time and going, hey, you might want to not do that.
mhm,
No, it's okay. It's
right,
like you just fucked up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then when you stop listening and you don't listen and you keep ignoring and keep ignoring and keep ignoring, that's when the 2x4 hits you in the face.
yeah, yeah.
And you're like, all right, I got it. I got it. I got the
Yeah,
lesson.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah,
So
and so that's when the sacral chakra starts to get out of whack. That's where the yellow doesn't come in.
you're
Yeah,
right. You're
yeah,
absolutely
man,
right.
I love it.
Mine has been my heart chakra and my root chakra.
Yeah,
I'm although I'm very grounded, it's there's still a lot of, childhood trauma stuff that I work through, and, PTSD from the military
Of
and stuff
course.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of life. And you know this as well. It's like when we're done with the lessons, we're done. It's
Yeah.
time to leave.
Yeah.
Time to leave this plane,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
But while we're here, we got to give back, right? While we're
oh,
here, we got to. I love it. I love it. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, when we're listening to the music, man, that's we're setting the frequencies, right? We're
yep.
changing. Yeah, we see what's going on, and that's what I'm saying. When you guys came in, and I'm bringing it back to the music, and because some people might not understand what we're talking about. And if they do, great. If they don't, hey, do some research. But
Right, right, right.
it's beautiful because when you giving back to the world with your voice, right, with the way you like. When I heard you, I was like, oh wow, here we go. Like I said, I
Mhm.
was in that journey, right? But I want to ask you, being in the military, right? Did you feel like that contributed to, like, hey, like this is what I want to do with my life? Like, I want to sing in that time where you're like, hey, I want to be a singer. I want to give my voice to the universe. How did that come about?
It came about with another lesson.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Sorry, I'll try to keep it short, but
No, 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 yeah.
when I re-enlisted in the Marines, I
Mhm.
re-enlisted to do more time in. Um, that's about 6 months after I re-enlisted, we went over to Egypt,
Mhm.
and I got to go in the King's Chamber, the Pyramid of Giza.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Wow.
So I got to lay in the sarcophagus, and which I don't believe is sarcophagus, but that's a whole different story. But
Yeah.
I walked out of the, I walked out of Giza, with a question mark over my head. I was like, oh crap, did I make the right decision in re-enlisting? Because I've always sung. I've sung my whole life,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
I was like, no, 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 keep your career. This is important, your career first. And um, but my head was going, oh man, you might have messed up. So
Mm.
anyway, I went home on leave, on vacation, from the military to celebrate my reenlistment. I got hit by a car.
No. Wow.
It was again God source going, hey man,
Yeah.
I thought I told you.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
listen. You
Yeah.
gotta listen. And I was like, I was taking a safe bet, and it wouldn't let me. I was like, no,
Mm. Mm.
you're supposed to sing.
Yeah.
And I thought at the time, yeah, that's crap.
Mhm.
That's, I was very angry because I ended
Mhm.
up getting a medical discharge. And at the time, I didn't look at it as a blessing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now it's totally a blessing. I mean, when I did my ayahuasca ceremonies, grandmother said to me, she said, David, your voice heals. And I go,
Mhm.
come on. She's like, no, your voice heals. And so that got me into like 432 hertz. It got me into, like, I'm going
So,
back. I'm back in school now. I'm going back to school for music therapy because I know that music
wow.
heals.
Wow. Wow. So you do the Solognafo and everything with the what is it called? I'm sorry, the tuning fork, right? With the different frequencies and everything. Oh, he's gonna show me something.
I have,
And oh, and the Reiki bowls too. Nice.
yep,
Yeah,
I've got crystal ones back here. I've got,
nice.
um, yeah, it led me down a whole different route. I do have, yeah, here's one accessible,
There we go. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right, this is real. And I mean, I think it became kind of real when I was in Kill Ritual, because when we were out touring with, you had mentioned uh the first band when we got in here,
Mhm.
which is kind of funny because we were out with Sanctuary.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God. He's the
World.
World Day's first band, right? That's the band. That's yeah. The one that kind of brought him to the game.
So when World died right before we
Yeah.
headed out tour. So I was sitting with Lenny, from Sanctuary,
Mhm.
and we needed a singer for that.
Mhm.
And so I was doing demos for their record label. So I
Okay.
was going to sing all the Sanctuary stuff as well as Kill Ritual. but fortunately, Joseph Michael stepped in and dude, the guy's got high
Yeah.
falsetto, which is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow.
So so he did that. He took off on that. But anyway, so we're out with Kill Ritual and Kill Ritual, Sanctuary, and Iced Earth. We were doing this tour,
Mhm.
and this guy came up to me, and he was like, "Your lyrics in this song, they just touched me, man."
Yeah.
And I go, "Okay, all right,
Mhm.
okay." So people are getting it.
Yeah.
So let me delve into this more. So when I started talking to Paul about this, and because of his background with the metaphysics,
Mhm, mhm,
I
mhm,
was like, "Are you cool with me writing some deep stuff?"
mhm.
And he's like, "Go for it, mate."
Nice.
Do it. So I'm blessed to have to to bring this out there,
Yeah.
and if people don't want to listen to the words, they still have some great music to listen to.
Yeah, yeah, and of course, of course, of course.
But I
It's
encourage people to delve into. That's why we put the lyrics in the sleeve so that people can read them. If they don't understand them, they can always contact me, and I'm an open book when it comes to that. You know, anybody that we can get to recognize that they are important in this world, it just spreads it even bigger and bigger and bigger, and you won't have incidents like you just went through with your
yeah,
family.
yeah. No, no, I
But
know. Yeah,
because
it's
people are seeing where they show up, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the buck stops here, right?
Exact.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really amazing because and I got I'm not gonna lie, I got chills when you told me that story, all right? Because of like, we talked about Nevermore right when we pressed record,
Mhm.
and to see that around that the scene and being part of it and knowing these cats and everything like that is a beautiful thing. And
Mhm.
how even now, right, we still have the music, you know what I mean, as
Yeah.
we're all connected in the universe, as you said, right, like
Yep.
connected with, and I want to say, I mean, you sing like not exactly like him, but you guys have beautiful voices that heal, right? Because when I heard, like I said, like when I was hearing songs like Native Son, and I was kind of remembering, Nevermore, and then when I would listen to their cover of the Crystal Ship, and how
Oh,
he tore it up, and I was like, oh, this, like, it took me back to a special place because, that's when I was kind of, understanding, hey, how am I as a musician, right? These cats are, you know raising the bar as much as you guys are raising the bar still too, you know what I mean? So this is, I got chills.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I on my website I do a Nevermore cover.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay, okay. And I have that up. I have your website up. And covers, which one did you do? Let me see. I'm gonna find that right now.
Yeah, see if you can find it.
Let me see if I can find it. But oh, believe it, nothing.
Yeah.
That's. Oh, and you do a Mastodon one. Beautiful, man. Oh man. Man, man, man. So safe to say they've been an influence on you. World has been an influence on you. I want to talk about the voice. How did you cultivate that?
Um, Started out. I come from a whole family of people that sing. My dad was a singer, banjo player, back in the 50s and 60s, um, and the rest of my family. I've got one of my family members is an opera singer.
Oh, okay.
I think I was the only one that went into rock and roll, and
Mhm.
they were kind of like, you know, it was kind of shunned.
Ah.
They're like, because I used to sing in church,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and I've always had a pretty powerful voice, and I remember my mom used to in church. She'd be like, "Shh, David, shh, not so loud."
Oh, really? Oh,
It's just
wow.
like it's just how I sang, Mom. I can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so anyway, as the years went by, I started cultivating it more, and I started stretching by doing things that were out of my, I thought were out of my reach,
Mm.
and I would just try it more and more and go, oh, okay, I like this. And it wasn't until I got out of the Marines and this guy named Donnie Rainwater, who was he was Edgar Winter's guitar tech.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was out with my guitar, sitting on the porch.
Mhm,
I'm just out there, strumming tunes.
mhm.
And Johnny hands me a tape. He goes, "You sound like this guy. You should take a listen to it." It was Queensryche's first album.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Whoa, man.
So I think it was called The Warning. The first album was The Warning.
Okay.
Um, I listened to it and I was like, nah.
But we're being honest, Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think so,
yeah.
um, but yeah, and then I've just been kind of. It's funny because I just auditioned for a tribute band here in Vegas,
Okay.
and it's a Bad Company tribute,
Oh, no way. Okay.
and they were like, "Yeah, dude, you're too heavy."
You're too
I was like,
you're too heavy. Okay. All right. I mean, all right. That's all right.
whatever, but
Yeah.
it's my voice, and so I've been kind of thrown into metal the whole time. So being in the metal scene, I mean, dude, if you heard some of the first stuff I did, you'd shudder. You'd be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, yeah.
Quit now, pal.
Uh,
It was horrible.
okay.
I didn't know what my voice could do, and I mean, I could always scream.
Mhm,
You
mhm, mhm.
know, so singing Priest, Rob Halford has that similar voice where he can scream and he sings low as well, and
Mhm, mhm,
and the middle range stuff I could never get,
mhm.
the upper middle range stuff. So the 80s for me sucked
Ah.
because I couldn't sing like some of these bands that were
Mhm,
out there at the time.
mhm,
I was
mhm, mhm.
I was metal.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I denied it for so long. I was like, I think it was an old stigma from my family, but then I was
Mm.
like, no, there's some really good metal out there. Some of my favorite singers are metal singers, John Bush from Armored Saint.
Oh yeah. Oh man. He the pipes on that guy.
Incredibly soulful,
Yeah.
beautiful person too.
Mhm.
And I started, working on the Mega Cruise. I'm like, there's a lot of beautiful people on here. And the metal world is, I think, probably more tapped in than we give it credit for.
I think, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 110% because we're very, it's a very primal music. It's very, that keeps us grounded. You know what I mean? And if some metalheads might not, really see it that way, but I mean that's how I interpret it. That's how you interpret it. We're a grounded bunch. We're grounded musicians, and I love hearing that's how the voice came, right? Like, just hey, I'm not sure how to, start. I don't know how to, the humble beginnings, right? Like everybody, right? But brother, I'm gonna be honest with you, straight from the Anahata to the other Anahata. I'm gonna put you at that level, man. As a
Yeah,
Rodney James Dio, those guys, because
thank you.
you heal, man. I'm not joking around because that shit is beautiful, man. I heard when I heard you, I was like, Jesus Christ, like there it is, that's power. It's powerful. I love it, man. I can't compliment you enough on how great it is.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's not, it's no, at my age, it's no more about the ego. It's more about when I hear stuff like this, it pushes me to do better.
Of course. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's like, okay, all
You
right,
gr-
I'm touching something.
yeah.
So
You grounded, man. You grounded. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, it's because and that's the thing with some of the singers that I talk to. I always want to know because I'm the beauty of your guys' instrument, it's a part of you, right?
yeah,
And that's like with me, I could play bass and then I could put it down. There it is, right? I'm done for the day. But you got to take care of it. You got to nourish it. You got to be careful. There's the techniques, right? Did that come easy for you once you started really kind of getting into the bands that you needed to be into? How did that work out for you?
um, I'm grateful for the cover bands that I've been in,
Okay.
because when you're talking that kind of variety of, singing Breaking Benjamin to singing Bad Company or singing Rush,
Mhm.
you have to you have to accommodate your voice to kind of fit these different genres. You know, but at the same time, I was very conscious of not molding myself into one of these other.
Hmm.
If somebody said, "Yeah, hey, you sound like this," then I would try to focus on just me. Who am I? You know,
Hmm.
and as the years go by, it's like you go, okay, here's my voice, this is my range, and this is what I can do, and I'm limited in some things, but that's okay because this is me, and
Yeah.
you start so doing a lot of cover gigs, playing for 3 hours. You know, it's going to build up your pipes.
Yeah.
You know, and you're doing a 3 hour show. You know, you have to, you know, and that's why again the metaphysics is so important, because breath is everything.
Yeah.
Breath is everything for a singer. It's like I ride a bicycle, you know.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I've got a new friend that she's kind of pushing me to start running again, cross training, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to do that for sure, because I haven't for so long. But cardio
Hmm.
is major, and meditation is awesome. It's all about the breath.
Yeah.
It's all about, you know, calming the body and focusing on breath and breathing through your diaphragm, and you know all these techniques that you learn as you go along, and also talking to other great singers,
Yeah.
oh, and saying, you know, picking their brain. Yeah, what do you do? What do you do? How do you, like John Bush was a big one, you
Hmm.
know, because I'm I'm grateful to know some of his band members who live here in Vegas. So I get to, hey, what would John do? You know,
Hmm.
and they would
Hmm.
let me know stuff like that, or Todd Latour. I'd be like, so what do you do there? And you know, you realize over the years, it's like once you hit that pocket, it's kind of like when you're playing music,
Yeah.
you hit that pocket, it's just there.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And so like when I hit that pocket in my vocal range, and
Hmm.
I'm hitting a high note and holding it for 30 minutes or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like I'm in that pocket, I'm going, whoa.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm tapped into source, and I'm like, whoa, this is good. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, going back to that, probably the cover bands and getting the stamina to be
Okay.
able to do that. It makes it easy for when you go out in an original band and just, you know, I'm a
Mm.
runner. Like I'm a barefoot runner.
Hmm.
I like to jump out in crowds and run around with the
Hmm.
crowd.
Okay.
So if I didn't have that cardio, if I didn't have that stamina, if I didn't have that breath, I wouldn't be able to make it through an hour show.
Yeah. No. No.
You
That's
know?
true. Yeah.
So that kind of training comes with time, though.
It's yeah. I agree with you. Even with like when you said a meditative state, that's what I want to ask you. You know, is it's kind of it's like it's a spiritual thing, right? Because you know you're singing and you're you know the oohs and the ahs, you're getting those frequencies. You know, and is that something you know as you when you were with your band, you know, is that something when you felt good, right? You were able to kind of control the crowd. Is that when you were kind of like, as you said, in the pocket, in the zone? Is that does that usually happen for singers? Well, I mean, I guess it's more specifically yourself.
Yeah, when I'm tapped in with a crowd, um, so this has been my what I've said this for years. Um, I said I want, you know, somebody asked me a long time ago, so and I had to think about it. I go, well, all right, what do I want from a concert? What, you know, what's the thing there?
Mhm.
And I want every single person to walk out of a show with a question mark over their head, asking themselves, am I living my life to its highest and fullest potential?
Interesting.
And that's what I try to bring forth in the music, even if it's a cover band. I'm because energy is energy. It doesn't matter words, you
Yep.
know, vibration, that. So that's what I'm trying to get across. I want everybody to tap into that source, however it is, and be their greatest version of themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that gives me that back,
Yeah.
you know, and that's when you start realizing, hey man, it's not about me anymore,
Of course. Of course.
you
Yeah.
know, and you're just like, this is, you know, we have a lot of egos running around this world,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's destructive.
Hey everybody, jumping in real quick just to let you know about today's sponsor, Metal and Iron. Are you a gym goer? Do you like listening to metal? Do you like lifting heavy? Well, Metal and Iron's got you covered with shirts and designs that are there to let people know that you're about the heavy lifestyle. None of this gym shark shit, none of this Adidas, Nikes, nah, you're there to lift the heavy shit. So check it out. Use the code Beyond Heavy for 15% off and let them know Mayhem sent you.
It is. It is. It is. And especially and our music too. You know, believe it or not, we're gonna have those ones that they're bad apples, right? Is a one of my buddies, he likes to say cock stars, right? You know,
I
which
know
is
a lot.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know, it's good that we got individuals like yourself, like myself. Hey, let's be grounded. Let's show the love, right? Let's be there for each other, right? Let's push each other in a positive direction. You know what I mean? And then that's so fascinating that when just talking to you, just grooving with you and understanding, hey, as a singer, how spiritual it can be, right? How spiritual it could get, right?
Oh, yeah. Look at POD.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah, 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 yeah.
they're
Those guys.
they're grounded, they're spiritual, they sing about positive stuff, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
There are definitely some kind of items that I want to get across to people, that sometimes it's okay to be angry, as long as it's in a changing kind of way,
Yeah.
that's gonna make some positive change.
Yeah.
But any kind of destructive behavior, I can't handle in music. It's,
Exactly.
come on, guys.
Yeah. No, that's, and I've talked about this on the podcast too. It's just, in metal, we're so used to the demons and the blood and the killing, and which is, it's our music, right? That's what happens. But I think we're kind of in the turn of a century where something beautiful is happening, where we don't have to talk about that anymore. Right. We could, let's get spiritual. Let's get positive. Let's bring back love. You know what I mean? Because the best songs were written about what? About your girlfriend, right? Right. Like the Beatles, Hendrix, everybody did it, right? Everybody was talking about it. And that's what that's one of the things that always stuck with me, with that Alice Cooper said. He's like, hey, I don't care what you have to say. Tell me about your girlfriend. Because those are going to be the best songs, right? And I was like, that's true, because they're kind of, it's about love, like Temptations, all that stuff, like the Motown stuff. I was like, that's so funny, right? And I think we're ready for that in metal. We're ready to come back to just, let's get positive, let's get loving, let's get grounded. I love it.
He in my acoustic show, I do a Alice Cooper tune.
Oh, do you? Okay, which one? Which one?
Only Women Bleed.
Oh, that's interesting.
But it's a lot deeper than what you think. I mean, we know that
Yeah,
women bleed menstrual cycles, but
yeah, yeah.
um the pain that they go through in relationships and stuff, with like just like a bad guy or whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's how they keep it grounded for the kids and stuff like that. And it's a beautiful song. And
Yeah.
it's like, Alice is pretty deep,
Nobody gives him that credit. No one gives him that credit. No one.
No.
He is deep. He is deep. Yeah, yeah. Like this, like even this, his one of his famous songs, 17. Right? He's talking about the youth. He's talking about that rebellious part. How beautiful that really is, right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. But David, brother, I have to put a pin on it today. It hurts me to say that, brother. I could talk to you for another, like, I could talk to you all day, brother. Honestly.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate this. This has been awesome. Um, the Alchemy Fire stuff is going to be, I think that this is going to be my big stab at what I've done in my life.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. No, it's good stuff, man. It's speaking to me, it's speaking to some people, and I wish you guys nothing but love and respect and support, that you guys go where you guys need to go and get those shows, man, because the people need to hear this. People need to feel this, man, because it's
Thank you.
it's there, man. It's there.
Thank
But
you.
I want to ask you, David, hey, where can they find you? Where can they find the band? Where can they do all the stuff to start supporting you?
Well, it's pretty easy. My birth name is David Reed Watson, and you can find me pretty much everywhere if you just Google it. DavidReedWatson.com pretty much has most of my stuff there. Cover songs, original songs I've done throughout the years, and Alchemy Fire as well. Alchemy Fire, we're on Spotify. We've Qumran Records did a good job on putting us out there on the map, so it's pretty easy to find us. Alchemy Fire Official is our website.
Okay.
And pretty much all links to us there.
It'll be here and then here, wherever the show notes are, they'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Support original music. That's important.
Yeah. Yeah. No, especially you guys, man. I love what you guys are doing. You guys are definitely going to hear from me. David, thank you so much for your time, brother. Thank you. 1,000 times thank you. I know scheduling was a pain in the ass, but we did it.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
Exactly.